Hey everyone, it's Sam. And over the years, I've received quite a few questions from you about how I hang things around the house. And this is going to be a series. I'll definitely have more videos up for you guys soon because I have a lot of things to hang here around the house. But today, what I wanted to share with you is how I am going to hang a very heavy item. I have a mirror that I'll show you in just a second, and it's going to go right back here on this wall in my master bathroom. And the first thing I would suggest is that whatever you're doing, just make sure that you have everything on hand. And a few years ago, I found this cute little tool bag. It has lots of little pockets for things, and what I do is I just start out in my garage, I load up whatever I'm going to need. That way I'm not going back and forth. There's nothing more frustrating to me than doing that when you're in the middle of a project. I have a hammer, of course. I have a stud finder. I have my measuring tape, screwdriver, scissors. I have a pencil, that's important. And then for hanging this mirror, I also have painter's tape. You can use any kind, and this is going to be a little trick that I'm going to share with you. I'm sure that you may have seen it already, but if you haven't, this is really helpful when it comes to hanging anything on your wall that's heavy. I also have my big level. Since this is a large, oversized mirror, I just want to make sure that the long piece of painter's tape that I'm going to put up on the wall is level before I nail my holes in. And speaking of nails, if you've been following me on Instagram, you might also see that I'm doing a series on compartment organizers. I love compartment organizers, especially for small things. It keeps everything in one container, but then within the container there's little compartments. So this particular organizer holds all of my wall hanging nails, screws, wall anchors. I have some wall mounts, like furniture mounts here. We really need these in the Bay Area because of earthquakes. You can secure furniture to the wall. In terms of nails, what I need for this project, for this mirror, is these are picture hooks. And I just found these at my local hardware store, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, wherever you want to grab them. Just make sure that the weight here is what you're going to need. I went for 100 pounds because I want this mirror to stay on the wall. So I have everything here, ready to go. And now I'm going to show you the mirror itself and the type of hooks that are on the back. And I want you to see the hooks that I am working with here to hang them. Most mirrors come with this type of hanging system on the back. I don't know why this is, but any handyman I've ever spoken to or worked with has always said, when you're hanging a mirror, don't ever hang it on a wire. So I've never done that. I don't know the reason why, but trust me, you don't want to not hang something like this correctly. So now I'm going to show you my little trick that I have for hanging a large wall hanging using painter's tape. What I do is, and this trick is going to help you get a straight, even hanging. It's not going to be unlevel, it will be level once you hang it. Peel off a long strip of tape and cover my anchors. Here's a close-up of what I've done with the painter's tape. I covered up the bracket that is attached to the mirror. And all I'm going to do is just put a hole with my pencil right where it's going to be hung, where I want my picture hanger to be located on the wall. Don't worry, this is going to make sense once you see me put it up on the big wall over here. Once you have your holes punched into your painter's tape, what you want to do is get your measuring tape, measure up to that hole so that you know how far up on the wall this tape needs to be placed. It's about 48.5 inches from the bottom. Then I'm going to take my measuring tape over here to the wall. I measured the width of the mirror with the frame. It's 40 inches. So 40 inches would be that wide. And then I want to go up at least 48.5 to 49 inches from the bottom. So, and don't worry, if you're using a pencil, you can always erase any markings that you make. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to go ahead and put it at 49 inches right there. I made one little pencil mark. I'm going to take my painter's tape from the mirror, and I'm just going to put it up here because then what I'm going to do is use my big level to make sure that the painter's tape is level. And I actually need to bring this corner down just like this. So, no problem. Just bring it down. Just kind of play with it back and forth until you get it where you want it. And then I'm going to double check where the holes are too, to make sure that's level, and it is. Okay, now that I've got my tape on the wall, I made sure to measure the width of my mirror. I measured the height from the bottom up to the hook that's attached to the mirror, and then made sure that I'm going to make the clearance on the bottom for the vent. All I need to do now is open up my picture hangers and hammer them into the wall. These are the kind that go like this into the wall. It's going to be like that. So now, just come over here. What I do is I just tap a little bit, then remove the tape, and I can tap it in the rest of the way. It is crazy to me to think that these two little wall picture hangers will actually support the weight, but they do. It's amazing. Peel my tape off. Now that my picture hangers are in the wall, all I need to do is drag my mirror over and hang it. Big one, and it's very heavy. No point in cleaning the mirror until you've got it hung anyway, because you're going to be touching it with your fingers, getting fingerprints all over it. So least I can do is just remove the price tag first. It's one of those tags. I'm probably going to need nail polish remover or something, right? Somebody leave me a tip on how to remove sticky stuff from a mirror. I help you, you guys help me. Stickers off. Now what is the easiest way to hang it is just put up one side and then you're gonna hang the other side and lift it up on an angle to hang it. It's super easy. On this one, I used an ottoman to hold up the mirror. I lifted up the left side on an angle first to hang it, then I lifted up the right side to get the hook on. And now I'm just double checking to make sure it's secure back here because I can't see that well now that it's so close to the wall. Everything's secure. One last thing to do is check to make sure that it's level. Perfect! This is definitely a job I would recommend that you have a second helper, but since I was here alone, I used the ottoman to help prop up the mirror and it worked out perfectly. And it's level, it's beautiful, it's easy to hang things around your house. Don't waste your time hiring a handyman. Don't waste your money hiring a handyman when you can do something like this all by yourself. See you later.